In this video, we explore a total of 3 underwater caves in Mexico and also jump and swim through these unique formations. Watch to see the hidden spots and the magical places in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. We were on the way to the first cenote of the day in the east part of Mexico and right in the town of Playa del Carmen. So we came here to a local cenote to go swimming. It's quite interesting. It's all kind of like underground. This is all in Playa del Carmen, just a bit outside of the city area.
So there's a rooster here also, you can see the rooster. So here is the entrance. A bit dark here.
Here is the cave. Oh, quite some people here in this cave. You can jump also. And then a hole up there too. And also a ladder. Here, we might go up there and jump also. They're really cool. I like this one. They're also unique. There are so many of them here. And as you can see, like the rocks, it looks like it's been dripping. Look at this here. I don't know what you call this, but amazing stuff. Another opening underground. And then over there you come out to the water as well. And here. I've been to many of these cenotes before in Mexico, and it's interesting because there are so many of them that you can always find a new one. This one was really cool with the opening in the ceiling, and I climbed up the ladder to see if I could jump in from the top. As I've said before, many of these cenotes are believed to have been formed millions of years ago by meteors that hit this area of Mexico. This cenote was located close to Playa del Carmen, which explained why there were quite a lot of people. However, still really nice to swim around and go into the open areas of the cave. We're gonna try to jump maybe and try the rope swing here. There was a rope swing at this cenote and the people started to leave. So there was more space, and I thought I would try it out. Cheers! Where's the vodka? One tequila. Let's see, one shot for you. For you, tequila? You want to? Even though this rope swing was not so high up, we still enjoyed it, and we're going so many times. Now we're leaving. We met some friends from Israel here. They needed a ride back to Playa del Carmen. I'm gonna drive the car. We were on the way back to Playa del Carmen, and later in this video you're gonna see an even more amazing cenote. But first I wanted to show you my favorite restaurant in this area. This is Don Sirloin here, my favorite restaurant in Playa del Carmen. Gonna get some chicken fajita here.
Don Sirloin, Playa del Carmen.
This time I got the beef fajitas and a drink called horchata, that is a white rice drink. The beef fajitas come mixed with bell peppers, onion, guacamole, and a side of beans and tortillas.
I usually get chicken fajita, but this time I got the sirloin, 230 pesos for this. And here we have the tortillas. It's the next day here at Playa de Carmen, going to another cenote. The sun is shining.
This time we were going to a cenote further out of town and not very well known. Usually those have less people, but a bit harder to get to. Way out of town, we passed by the Maya train that goes all over the east part of Mexico, but it doesn't really make sense because the stops are far away from the town area. So if you get on the train, it still takes a long time to get into the actual cities.
This street here is a bit crazy. As you can see, it's like off-road. Here it is, Cenote Actun. Really cool and open, as you can see here. I think it's deep because otherwise usually you see the colors a bit more light blue. As you can see here, maybe we'll jump also from there or here. And some people diving, but the road over here is quite hard. As you see, mostly trucks are here. And we had to pay 250 pesos, which I don't believe should be the price, but this lady here. The drive was, the last street here was really not good for a regular car. You would need like truck. Actually quite some few people down here, like 10 people maybe. I wanna jump here, I think I'm gonna jump.
I got to the edge and was about to jump in. Thought about doing some flips, but now I'm a bit more careful to not get injured again.
First jump, and then we have to jump again here.
Now we're gonna go explore over there, see if we can see something, but it's quite deep here, so we'll see what we can find. I jumped in and saw some divers that had come up from this deep cenote. Apparently it's 45 meters or 150 feet deep.
Pretty cool cave here.
This cenote was really unique with the cliff formations and big opening. Also with the rocks going straight down to the bottom and the sides. So now I'm here inside this little opening and you can see all these things like coming down from the ceiling, whatever you call it, or from the top. Look down here. Paradise. Paraíso. You want to shake this? You are good at swimming. You are good at swimming. The water temperature was a bit cold, but still with the sunlight, an incredible feeling. Look at this. Amazing. And then you can stop and rest also on these things here. We had arrived in the late afternoon, and also since this cenote is located far out from the town, there were no people here. This really was one of my favorite cenotes I had seen. So unique with the cliff formations, the amazing blue water, and the depth.
So nice, the water here, incredible. It must be super deep because you can't see anything. You don't know what's under.
We almost swam a whole lap around this circular opening and along the cliffs to end up at the starting point again by the dock. I got up on the cliff and thought I would just jump one more time also.
Got water in my nose.
How is it?
Too much water in my nose.
At the top there was also a hammock with a nice view over the water.
It's the end of the Cenote. Now we have to go back on this crazy street here. 500 pesos total, 250 pesos each. I don't think it cost that much. They overcharged when they saw this hair. Usually that's what happens.
This time we were going back to the town of Tulum, where I had been living for the past month. But the next day, heading out again for the last cenote of this video. In this part of Mexico, a lot of the areas are full of jungle and not so many buildings, except for along the beaches.
We have arrived to the cenote here. I had to pay 300, but 200 for her. So these cenotes usually cost like $10-15, sometimes $20. This one was 15 and 10. Pretty cool. The water, and then you can go in the cave over there. It's a bit too bad the sunlight doesn't come through. It looks so much cooler usually if you have a bit of sunlight onto the water. You can see the sun rays. Vamos a nadar. Ahora. This one is really cool. You can swim really far in here. It's a bit scary, a bunch of bats here. Crazy. Look here. So crazy, these places here in Mexico. So cool also. Gonna try to film a bit underwater here also. Just missed the jump.
We swam away into the cave. The visibility was incredible, but it got dark fairly quickly. We had been going quite far into the cave, but we're on the way back. I took a deep breath and started swimming to the bottom. Nothing really was growing, no plants, but a lot of fish. I swam away to explore more parts of this cave, and soon came into an opening. water was quite cold, so I came back to the starting point to get something to eat and heat up a bit in the sunlight. There was an area with hammocks where you could rest up, but it was almost time to jump in again.
Whoa! Cenote. Venir.
Here is better light here. It gets really deep over here. Like this way, it's super deep. I'm starting to get cold. Been swimming for like 20 minutes maybe.
Más mate, por favor.
Más mate.
Más. Quite nice, the cenote here. Bathrooms and showers. Now is the last stop here for today at the beach I've never been to.
We were on the way back through the Mexican jungle to the last stop of the day, a beach by the Caribbean Sea. We laid down to enjoy the sound of the waves and also the nice scenery. In this area there were some small little green peninsulas sticking out to the ocean and also many open green areas.
It's the next day here at the pool. I've been coming to this pool every day. It's so nice.
Even though we had been swimming all weekend, we still came out to the pool again. Sunshine and swimming in water is truly one of the best things I know. It's always so relaxing to enjoy the sunshine and cool off in the water. Very good. It's so much fun to swim in these cenotes here. One of my favorite things to do actually, or for sure my favorite thing to do in Mexico, this part of Mexico. And you can always go to a new one, so it's always a bit exciting. That's why I think when I've traveled, like going back to the same place is never as exciting as the first time. But here, there's always something new. So that's exciting. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. See you next time, my friends. Please subscribe to the channel because in the next video I swim through a long tunnel underground and you don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching and see you next time.